Who would y'all say is the deadlier player? You have Nikola Jokic with Hakeem's defense, or you have Giannis with Dirk's bag / shooting.
I think it's Nikola Jokic.
It's tough because Jokic is a guy who's already he's not a slouch defensively, but you give him one of the best defenders of all time, his tools.
I think it's got to be Giannis with Dirk shooting.
All right, debate it out because I would be biased, but.
Okay, so the reason why, so I was leaning Jokic and Hakeem because Jokic is already the full package defense, and then you add the defense, and Hakeem is a defensive player of the year, kind of player. But Giannis is already a high-level playmaker, super athletic, can initiate the offense, can get to the rim, he can create for others. He's got size at 6'11" with a positive wingspan, and he's already a DPOY, and he's already an all-defensive player year in and year out. And the one knock on his game has always been his ability to shoot. So does that not make him the perfect player?
No holes.
Because Jokic, from the standpoint, is he's a full package, but I think the one thing that deters him is you can never play him as a 4 or 3 like you can with Giannis.
Well, I mean, that's the debate. That on the other end, though, is Hakeem's defense.
Yeah, so that's you get his perimeter and his interior, and I would say
Hakeem's not a perimeter defender.
Well, I think a lot of that goes in the fact that he's laterally quick.
I mean, yeah, but
I'm not saying he's locking down guards or anything.
Yeah, but okay, are you really gonna? So if you put, let's say you put Kyrie Irving in front of you right now, who are you trusting to guard him more, Giannis or Hakeem Olajuwon? No, seriously though, are you asking Hakeem? Are you if Kyrie were in front of you right now? And they had the possession final
Both
5
of them
seconds.
are getting cooked.
Is Hakeem wearing the Chucks or whatever he wore back in the day?
No, man.
Or does he have modern tech?
Okay, we're not talking about that.
Are you really taking Hakeem over Giannis defensively?
No, I'm taking Giannis.
I think that's really hard to measure.
Versatility?
True.
I'm saying Giannis is a faster player, but Hakeem, I think, is the most intelligent defender of all time. I think
that's a good one.
for his size and being what he was, because he was a prototypical center. He wasn't a Giannis by any measure, but he was an unstoppable force, and in the way that Giannis is, just not in the same aspects of movement. He was just a high IQ defender.
Yeah, Hakeem's one of the ones that I think you could put in any era and he'd succeed.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is where my argument will come. Okay. I think the thing is, you said Giannis is a great distributor. Jokic is probably the best distributor in the center position of all time.
Yeah, no, there's no argument there. No argument there.
His offensive game obviously is slow, but I think it's already been proven he gets his buckets no matter where he is. I think there's been the conversation of if he's even the best offensive center of all time, just from the impact standpoint, because the amount of buckets he contributes to, having games where he can put up 20 assists a night, that's unheard of a center ever. The offensive game also comes from contributing to the game too. And so if you give him then one of the best defenders of all time's defense, he is also the perfect player. He might not be as fast as Giannis, but
or as athletic,
but then he is just he is the only player you almost need on the team at that point.
Yeah, it's very difficult to measure this.
Yeah, it's almost impossible. They're both good players. I could argue
both would be probably the GOAT.
Yeah,
both absolutely. It'd be hard to. It'd be a toss up at that point.
Yeah.
I think it really depends on what measurements we're looking at. If you were to make athleticism a really big part of this argument,
of course Giannis,
then you would take Giannis. But if you're talking about from the center position and their ability to do everything they do, right? Given the attributes that they have, I would say Jokic is already the more complete player than Giannis is. And if you add like these different elements, I guess like Jokic would be the better player because, I mean,
It's just a tough conversation.
I mean, yeah, that depends. I guess like where do you rank Jokic and Giannis?
It's like
currently too.
It's like, do you want 20, 20, and 20 with 2 blocks, or do you want 40, 20, and 10 with like two blocks? You know, like
Yeah.
like
That's true.
Giannis will for sure give every team 40, but
With Dirk's level shooting,
Yeah.
there's no doubt.
but then
'Cause how do you guard that even?
but then Jokic like then becomes like 20, 15 and 15 player every night with like
6 blocks or something.
Yeah,
and, like 2 steals.
like it's kind of just like, what do you want?
He's wreaking havoc on both ends.
100%.